Wow, I've gotten so much love and support. I want to talk more about bipolar disorder because I put it in a video that was like a video compilation. My start of bipolar, since a kid, I went through a lot of trauma, okay, as a child. I feel like people should not weaponize people's experiences against them. People go through things every day and you would never know, and they're still showing up. They have wonderful careers, so let's not be dismissive about that. But the trauma as a kid, and also I was very kind of a little bit off tether. I was very brilliant as a kid, but I had like hyperactivity, and then I noticed that I would kind of like I just kind of had like this thing going on as a child. And again, I do think it was probably nurture, because I think when a child goes through things at a very young age that are traumatic, it can rewire the brain and kind of like change those pathways. So as I got older, especially a teenager, it became noticeable. I couldn't remember the last time that I was in fact happy. First, the moods were just like I kind of was flat. You're not happy, you're not sad, you're just content. This went from that to I was being very energetic and like almost driven by a motor. I had lots and lots of energy. I would have these modes. I call them modes because these modes would flip-flop. And it wasn't sporadic, like one day this and one day that. It normally has like a rhythm to it. And at first, I didn't know what it was. I didn't have a name for it. I had heard of mental illness and everything. I was very educated at a very young age. But it's different when it's you. And because when bipolar is very insidious, it affects you physically, guys. Mental illness, like you could be feeling sick or down and like you feel like you just ran a marathon and you can't get up. You're like bedridden. It's really weird. So it has these symptoms where it's debilitating you. And so when I had my first spells of that, I would be sad and angry even sometimes, because with bipolar disorder, you may be irritable. You have bouts of just agitation. And it's hard for you to complete tasks. It's either, you can't reach this flow state. It's sporadic, or you've reached too much of a flow state and you're manic as hell and you are being driven by a motor and you obsess over one thing and you do that one thing until you can't do it anymore. Now, when that thing leads to success and it's something that's it's good, the energy is good, but when it's not good, like spending your savings, doing risky things. Some people with bipolar they're different. People are not always the same, but you have those who gamble a lot. They put themselves in hypersexual risky situations. They have road rage. Again, this is not a one size fits all. Bipolar is completely unique and different for everyone, but I think the symptoms kind of are the same, especially for those who feel them. But again, I noticed that I was very enthusiastic about certain things, or I had to know so much about whatever it was. And so people say, you're very smart, you're very intellectual. I'm gonna make another video. It's like a part 2, if you will, about bipolar. So again, initially I made the first video, which is a video compilation showing how I've overcome bipolar, or I can have ownership over it. I struggled many years, kind of silently suffering. But one thing that makes me great is, people say you're highly intelligent. They don't know. People who are bipolar, it's kind of like a strength. It's a weakness. It weakens you too, because when you can learn something to the bone, like you have the energy, the focus when you're in certain phases, and we know those phases, we could call it manic. I've literally been a jack of all trades. I've mastered a lot of things, and it's good at first. But I think it's not just bipolar. I do think I am very enthusiastic about learning.